Okay, so the next two vocab words we're going to talk about is segments and rays, okay? So a segment is a part of a line that consists of two endpoints and all the points in between them. For example, okay, if I look, I have this whole piece, right, of metal where I can set my markers. Look up here. I have this whole piece where I can set my markers, right? If I'm just like, oh, well, I only want to set markers from here to here. This is a segment. I am only using part of this, okay? Well, I'm not talking about the whole thing. I just only want to use part of it, okay? If you have $1 million in your bank account and you only I only want to use 500,000 on a house, okay? You're only using a part of your money. A segment is a part of a bigger piece, okay? If you only eat 2 pieces of pizza, okay, you ate part of the pizza. Granted, that's not a straight line, obviously, okay, but, okay, so a segment, same thing. So they have 2 endpoints, okay, they have a dot on each end, and they can either be labeled AB or BA. The order does not matter, okay? A ray is part of the line that consists of one endpoint and all the points on the line on one side. Okay, so a ray can only go one direction. So you always start at the point and then it goes in that direction. So for example, this ray starts at the point A and it goes AB. So your ray would be called AB. And you see it's noted with this little arrow on top. Because it's not a line, it's not going in both directions, it's only going in one direction. Okay, so if I'm a ray, I start right here and I walk until the back of the room. That is a ray. Okay? Obviously, I can't keep going, right? I'm going to hit the wall, but that's the idea of a ray. Okay? Okay, so it says name all of the segments in the figure. Okay? Now, this is where it gets tricky, okay? It's to try to name them all. You're going to have to do it in parts and pieces. So, do this part first. Okay, so our first one we could say DE or ED. Okay, so that's 2. DE or ED. We could also do EF or FE. Okay, and then our last one, we could look and we could skip over E and just do DF or what?
FD.
FD.
I'm doing my best.
Here's what I will tell you. For every point that is on there, so how many points are on this one? It's not a trick question. There are 3. How many total segments did we end up having?
4.
No. 6. Okay, for every point, you're going to have twice as many segments. So that kind of gives you an idea. If you have 3 points, you should have times 2 would be 6 segments. Okay, so if you're not sure if you have them all, that's just a general rule of thumb. Okay, you should have twice as many segments as you have points. Okay, now it says name all of the rays in the figure. Rays are a little bit, they're easier to see, but they're harder to see. Okay, so we could say this is a point. Remember, a ray starts at a point. It has to. Here's one ray. So we got ray D. So you're going to say, actually, I lied. It's got to go like this. So it's going to start at E, and it goes through D. So your ray is going to be labeled ED. There's one ray. We could also have another ray that starts out at F, and it goes all the way through until the arrow. So it's going to be, and you can label it FD. You could have another ray that starts out here at E, and it goes this way. So you could label it EF. You could also have another ray that starts out at D. Starts out at D and it goes this way. So it would be DF. Okay. Make sense? Rays are easier when you're just looking at 2 points, okay? Just an FYI, okay? But in this case, I wanted for you both to see all of them. Can I go to the next slide or no?
And it has.
Do you want me to write down the colors on the?
No, you don't have to. I just did it so you guys could kind of see and they could see on Zoom.
Makes sense.
You know I'm not that picky. Can I go to the next page or no? No?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're not going to name all of the segments in here, but each of you guys are going to name one. Okay, so I'll start with the first one. So I'm going to do segment, and segments are 2 points, and there's a line in between. Okay, so I'm going to do the segment CB. Mario, give me a segment. BC. Bree, give me a segment. Huh? BA. Trevor, give me a segment. AF, perfect. Sammy, give me a segment. AF is one, but what could you do on the opposite? FA, perfect. Mariano, give me a segment. EG, I will agree. Hannah, give me a segment. AC, perfect. Okay, there's a lot of segments on here that you can cover. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. Times it by 2, you could have 14 segments. Am I going to make you write them all? Heck no, we ain't got time for that. Okay? Name all of the rays in the figure. Okay, in this case, there's not too many rays because the ray has to have the arrow somewhere. So there's only a couple. Okay? So we could pick this ray, starts at E, and it goes all the way this way. So you have a ray of EB. You could have another ray of BC. Okay, you could have another ray that starts out at A and it goes all the way through C, or you could have one that goes a G and all the way. Okay, so we're not going to name them all, but there's a couple. Okay. Can I scroll? Do you guys still need to do this page or not? Do you understand segment rays? Actually, I don't know. This might be one of your homework pages. It is one of your homework pages. Yep, so the last page is your guys's. And then you are done for the day. And for some reason, this skipped this thing too. I don't understand. I had another page on here. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay, for the segments, I would like you to name me 4 segments. And for the rays, I would like you to name me, we'll say 3 rays. Okay? That's your homework for today. When you're done, you're done. So don't waste your time.